Oh, that was fast. Hi. Hi, 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 hi. Come on in the room. Hi, guys. Hi, 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 hi. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Nope. No. Hi. How are you guys? Welcome, 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 welcome to One on One with Courtney Starks. Um, it's an honor and it's a pleasure to have people joining in and being a part. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. For those of you who've been tuning in since the first time we started doing this season, this summer series, I appreciate you. Today's guest, I've been ranting, I've been raving about this young man for a while, and we're going to get him in. We're just going to get him in, and we'll continue talking. Sounds good. All right.
What
Yo,
better intro to ask for, my boy? Yo, Courtney's in the building.
what's going on, my guy?
Bro, I am so happy. I'm so excited. Like, fuck it. Just to see you here doing your thing, bro. Fuck it. Give it up for you, man. Like, damn, Courtney. It's been a minute, bro. How are you?
Nah, I'm good, man. I'm great. But guess what? Today is not about me. It is about you. It's about you.
Thank you,
My guy,
brother.
everybody, this is Mr. Karriffe Nunes.
How you doing, everybody?
We went to school together, boys and girls, till the day we die.
West
Um,
Side.
you know what I mean? And it is such an honor to actually see you and talk to you outside of liking every thirst trap picture you post.
Shh.
My friend. But let's start.
Came a long way, though, right?
A long way.
Bro,
And
when I tell you,
we're gonna get into that real soon. But first and foremost, how are you? How have you been coping via COVID, man?
bro, I honestly like this whole COVID like really woke me up to the point where it's like you look at stuff differently, you feel me? And it's like easily like that, like it can be taken away from you, like anything. Like, that's what COVID did to me. It was like just like that. You can be whatever, unemployed, whatever the case may be. So much stuff happened during that whole pandemic, bro. Like it really opened my eyes. Like the 3 months I was off from work, it was like, yo, if I really sat here and did nothing for my life for 3 months, like where the hell would I be? Like,
Right,
where am I gonna end up? Like, what's gonna
right.
happen, bro? I stayed busy. Like I did everything that I possibly can with this whole fitness thing that I'm trying to venture off into. And it's just I took the time to just work on me to
Mm-hmm.
benefit somebody else.
Yeah, yeah.
You feel me? Be a
Yes,
helping
yes,
hand.
yes.
So
And you
and
know
it's
what?
like and it's something that I have like something that I enjoyed doing, and it was like a passion behind it. I don't
Mm-hmm.
coming like just growing up. It was just a
Yeah.
passion behind it, and then it just during the whole COVID, I was like, bro, like this shit is crazy, but I'm gonna try to do something where I stay focused. I do
Mm-hmm.
something that I enjoy, and it
Yeah.
can help benefit my friends. You
Right.
know?
So what was one thing that inspired you? Because I know for me personally, I'm like you, and a
Yeah.
lot of us are like that. Where we were just more like, hey, what can we do to pour into other people's lives?
Right.
So I watched you do your thing, but for the people who may not have been watching, what inspired you to want to stay busy, to want to keep moving, to want to pour into other people's lives?
What is like the inspiration definitely comes from me just enjoying just working out. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's really because I've always been like ever since I want to say ever since I moved back, ever since I moved to Puerto Rico. When I moved to Puerto Rico, I just started getting into like this fit because I was just in Puerto Rico. I didn't like I was bored. I didn't have anything to do. So I was just
Mm-hmm.
like I just started running like out of nowhere. Just started
Right.
running and I started getting into the gym. I want to say back then in 2013. And then when I moved to Miami, it was just something. It's like when you live in a new city, it's like if you don't stay busy doing something else,
Mm-hmm.
like shit can go south.
No,
You
for
feel
real.
me?
For real.
So it was like you have to pick a battle and like understand and really understand what is it that you want and what is it that you enjoy and how you're gonna stay busy, right?
Agreed.
So
Agreed.
this whole fitness thing was really inspired by just something that kept me busy, something that challenged me, something
Mm-hmm.
that something that kept me inspired, like
Yeah.
by the results when I see it. You feel me?
Right.
And that's just and I like to call it, I like to manipulate my body is like what I
Mm-hmm.
call it. Because I love to eat, bro. I work around food 24/7,
Uh-huh.
365. Like you feel me?
Right.
I'm always around food. Every minute the chef was like, yo, Karriffe, try this. Like, So it was a struggle, like, yo, I like food. If I eat too much, like, I'm not gonna whatever. But if I work out, I get to eat the food that I love to eat and that I truly enjoy. So
Right.
it was like everything so inspiring behind the whole like me just being physically fit because I love
Mm-hmm.
to eat, bro, and I love
Right.
to challenge myself, and it's just a constant challenge that I do with myself here and there,
Mm-hmm.
and it just
So
keeps me
this
inspired.
so this transition, let's talk about that. What made you want to go from
Uh-huh,
New York City, gritty town,
bro.
to go to school in Puerto Rico?
Yo, Puerto Rico was definitely an experience that I would never. That was my best experience of my like the best experience I've ever had in my life.
Uh-huh.
I went to a brand new city after college, right? Fresh out of college,
Right.
no plans whatsoever. Like I got the opportunity. They were like, "Yo, Puerto Rico." I'm like, "Puerto Rico, it is." And it was just a tropical. It was a tropical spot that like I'm from the Caribbean. I'm Jamaican.
Right.
So it was a tropical spot. So going back, I was definitely looking forward to the weather, to the
Mm-hmm.
beaches for sure. And I wanted to challenge my Spanish, bro. I
Mm.
knew no Spanish. I knew nothing about like the Spanish culture, nothing about Puerto Rico.
Right.
And it was a small island that I moved to. 5,000 people, Courtney. When I tell you 5,000 people on a
Yeah.
small island, everyone knew my name.
Oh my
Everyone knew
God.
kind of thing. So it was just a personal challenge for me, like to just go do something different outside of my comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it was just me, like, yo, I was just like
So
taking a
was it
challenge.
was it in Puerto Rico where you kind of fell in love with the passion of cooking and wanting to go into management?
In Puerto Rico management, yeah. Because the
Mm.
people out there I worked with was dope.
Yeah.
Shout out
Yeah.
to all my Viakenses.
So
But the
how long were you in Puerto Rico for, and
I,
what type of experience did you gain from that?
out in Puerto Rico, I was there for like what, since 2013, and I moved to Miami 2015. So I was out there in Puerto Rico for 2 years, almost
Mm-hmm.
2 years.
Okay.
And then moving, I'm sorry, you said moving from Puerto Rico to moving from Puerto Rico to Miami.
Yeah.
Moving from Puerto Rico to Miami was just an opportunity that I received from my boss, and I couldn't turn it down because it was still in a tropical weather. It was still nice
Mm-hmm.
beaches, and it was in a
Yeah.
big city. Like I couldn't ask for anything else.
So what made
So,
you fall in love with wanting to work in this type of field? Because this from me to you, it's
yeah.
hard as hell. It's not easy. Every day you want to
Yo,
quit.
it's
So,
bro. It's really it's like I said, it's everything that I do, everything that we do as human beings is a passion, right?
right.
It's always a passion behind it. I want to say like in the Caribbean culture, like I've even with my family, I've always been that togetherness.
Mm-hmm.
Like hospitable. Like if they're on this live, they'll tell you. It's always been a hospitable person inside of me, where
Yeah.
it's like I care for people, bro. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
that type of people, like to care for people. And it was just hospitality was something that was instilled in me as a kid. Not
Yeah.
no like mom used to put me behind the stove when I was 9 years old and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like something that was instilled in me, and then I didn't know there was a school for it, and I was like, oh my
Right.
god, Johnson and Wales University, like one of the top hospitality schools to be exact in
Mm-hmm.
America, and it was just something that I gravitated towards, and I studied it, I mastered it. I'm now doing something that I freaking completely love, like
Yeah.
I completely have a
I
passion
love.
for it,
I just
bro. That's
love
all
the
it
fact.
is.
I love the fact that you're not afraid of challenges. I love
Oh
the fact
no,
that you're
bro,
willing. You're willing to be like, fuck it, and just jump
bro,
right in. Like,
facts.
and
That's it.
that's a gift. Like that's a gift because
You
I
feel me?
couldn't I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. Like
Bro, it really is. And working in the field too, that should challenge you every day. Like you be in
every
that back office like, yo, if this was the high back in the days,
yo,
it wouldn't go down like that.
it
You know?
teaches you a level of maturity. It
Whew.
allows you to grow up and
Real
to see
facts.
the world from the other side. Because
Real
like you,
facts.
when I first got into hospitality, I was
Yeah.
and this ain't it. This ain't it. Because you're not talking to me like
Facts.
that. You're not talking to me like
Facts.
that. But
Facts.
I had to learn to listen. I had to learn to think before I responded. And I had to learn what it is to be hospitable. You
Oh,
don't
all
learn
my
these things.
staff is up in here. Hey, Monica.
Like
Ah,
you don't
I
learn
love them.
hospitality and boys and girls. You feel me?
Right.
Like you
At
didn't learn
all.
that.
No.
So learning what it is to be hospitable was definitely a challenge because automatically we're gritty.
Right.
Automatically we're aggressive. So to
Correct.
kind of tone back and be like, all right, it's okay.
You
It's good.
know.
So then you get to first of all, which when I went to Miami the last time, I
Yeah.
stayed there.
A
So
word?
to go to like one for me is one of the hottest hotels in Miami, the St. Regis. First of all, how did you even get this opportunity? Because
Yo, you want to know the story? Yo, so I'll tell you the St. Regis story. So I was working, so St. Regis, before it became a Marriott hotel, it was Starwood. When I was in Puerto Rico, right, looking for an opportunity,
mhm,
Miami was on my list. Like I wanted to try like a city, but be
right,
tropical. So I was out at Miami. Bro, I applied for the St. Regis back in Puerto Rico,
uh-huh,
trying to relocate to Miami. They denied me. Like I didn't get selected, whatever. So then I was like, fuck it. My director of operations was working in Vieques and he moved to Miami. So he gave me the opportunity to come over here, whatever, to the Epic.
mhm,
When I came to the Epic Hotel, I was working there for like a good year, right? I applied to the St. Regis again, the second time.
mhm,
I ain't get selected. I was
oh,
like, I'm done with the Epic, right? Bro, this shit,
uh-huh.
it's crazy how it happened. Done with the Epic. Oh shit. That firecracker. So then I went to the Epic. I was like, I'm getting tired of this. So I applied for the St. Regis again. Got denied a second time. So I moved to the Mandarin, which was like a I moved to the Mandarin. I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm done with hotels. I'm done with hotels, like lifestyle hotels. I moved to the Mandarin, which is a more luxurious hotel, like 5 star. Because
Right,
I was trying to get into the St. Regis, right? So I'm
uh-huh,
like, if I position myself in the luxury field, I might have a better opportunity to move to the St. Regis. So I moved to the Mandarin from the Epic, my second hotel in Miami, right? As I'm there, at the Mandarin working, my director of food and beverage, well, my assistant director of food and beverage, he moved from the Mandarin to the St. Regis, right?
mm,
At the time I was at the Mandarin, I was like, this is the perfect opportunity for me to get in.
right,
So just one night randomly, bro, I'm at work at the Mandarin and I texted my old boss. I'm like, yo, Claudio, how you doing? He said, yo, I'm looking for a room service manager.
mhm,
Bro, I
woo,
hopped right on it, bro. Got in, interviewed, boom, boom, boom. And when I tell you, yo, Courtney, after being denied 2 times,
uh-huh,
finally got in there on the third shot. And
oof,
I've been there ever since, bro.
oof, and yes, y'all, we hear the fireworks. I mean, I
Yep.
don't know why
It's
they're
all the fireworks.
yes, it's they're
Yeah.
off. They're
But bro,
going
it,
off.
it, it was it was the St. Regis. I want to tell you, that's why I love it. That's why I love my job. So, like I've been work. I've got denied twice, and it was a reason. Like I've always, I don't know. That was the most luxurious hotel in the Starwood field. So I wanted to
Uh,
go for that. But bro, it's
I believe
definitely,
I believe in
bro.
moments. I believe that
You
things
know,
happen when they're supposed to happen.
right?
So I'm thankful that you were able to get the opportunity when you were. You know,
You feel me?
a lot of it also, and I always say in
Yeah.
preparation. You may not have been prepared when you first applied. You know what I mean? So
You
like
feel me?
to get it now and then to appreciate it because you know what it is to be
Yeah.
denied. So how has working at the Regis been for you?
Let me tell you something. Life is a constant challenge every day. You feel
Mm,
me? It's how you take them and how you roll with them and what you take away from them. The
yeah.
Regis, yo, when I tell you it's probably the most dopest hotel to work at. Like I'm not gonna front. The people, I've never worked with such a passionate group of people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly how I'm gonna put it. It's such a passionate group of people that you work with where it's never a no. It's always,
Right.
how can I help you? You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the culture throughout the entire property. And I want
Yeah.
to say that definitely comes off as a person, that how I see stuff and how I represent myself. And that's why I wanted to work for that brand so much, because I knew the people that they attracted, they're very selective. And it's not regular degular, bro. Like
Right.
it's you feel me? And then to get to that, like it's like when you look back, it's like, damn, I really got denied twice for this. Like, you worked for that. So
And then like
it's how the challenges, but it's how you take them and how you roll with them.
right, and then it's all in how we talked a lot about, in your past, is growing up, and how that
Yeah.
sense of unity and togetherness kind of brought you
You
this
feel
way.
me?
You know what I mean? Like
Bro.
everything, I truly believe in things lining up how they're supposed to be. So like a part of me is not even surprised you got it, because you were meant to get it. You feel me? Like it was
Thank you,
meant.
bro.
It was meant for you to for it to happen.
Bro.
So
Real
then we
fact.
talk about we spoke a little bit about you being bored and you wanting to find things to do. So working out became a thing for you, right?
Right.
So when you ended up going to Miami, did you keep up with it, or did you slow down? How was it for you there?
When I moved to Miami, actually, it's like I took off like the first week. I took off with the fitness. I got into the Barry's boot camp thing. Like my boss, because my old boss, he knew I was like doing the little fitness thing back in Puerto Rico. So when I came over, like, that's something, like him and I were, me and Oscar, he like got me into like the whole fitness thing. So he took me to Barry's boot camp, and I was like, oh shit, this is dope. Like, he showed me something different outside of running in Puerto Rico. There was not much to choose from.
Right.
I started doing the Barry's for a little bit, and it just spiraled off. It spiraled off into going from Barry's boot camp and doing like CrossFit stuff to like me just doing my own thing in the gym.
And how I know that you're working like 10 hours, probably a shift, 50 hours a week. How do you remain consistent? Because that's the key to going to the gym. How do you do that every day?
How do I put this easier for you? All right. When I leave work, I like to say, all right, I clocked out of that job. All right, now it's time to put some investment in me. Like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do for Karriffe? Like, what's gonna happen? So is that guilt thing inside my head that says like, yo, if you don't work out today, you're just like, like you lost out on a day. Like you could have worked on yourself. You didn't do anything.
Right.
So it's just a mental thing for me where I think it's like, all right, I'm done working. It's still more time left in the day. Like, if you got energy, go. Some days I don't feel like going. But it's always that I need to make sure I work on myself before I end the day. You feel me?
I like that. Like,
bro,
no matter what, there's always time in the day.
It's always time in the day, bro. It's always, no matter if it's like that 20 minute, that 30 minutes. I went to the gym last night. I got there. The gym closed at 10. Got there at like, 9:15? But, bro, I was like, you know what?
Right.
Might as well. Whatever, just get it in. Whatever, everything counts. Whatever, and that's how I think of it every single day, Courtney. And that's how I'm able to keep up with the Am I gonna keep? Maybe later on down the line, it might fade. It might go away, where the passion is no longer there. But I'm in it's just a never ending. Like you need to work on yourself.
What I loved about you was that you kept that momentum even when the gyms were closed.
Correct,
bro.
How
did you even come up with a regimen to consistently do for the 3 months?
I wish I could put a finger on it, bro. But it's just one. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. It's just every day. I just had to wake up. I had to wake up, and I had to know that I had to work on me.
Right. And then you had to spend that time investing in yourself. I'm telling you. I've never been a big fan of home workouts.
Hell yeah.
I've never been a big fan of it. But every day I watched you going for it, and I'm just like, he's not giving up. Like your purpose and your passion was just like, I gotta invest. And
Courtney, I love to eat. What everybody don't know, I love to eat. My friends, bro, I would eat a town, bro. I'm telling you. So it's like, I need to balance them both. So it's always all right, you need to eat, but then if you eat too much, it's like, you need to work. So it's like that, me loving to eat just helps me to motivate myself to work out as an additional part of it. Like,
so did you know how to cook prior to going to culinary school?
Hell yeah. Mama Sharon was instilling them in me.
I hear you. I hear
It's
you.
like it's just the Caribbean culture, like just growing up, like in the Jamaican culture, like they throw you in the kitchen like when you're 5 years old. So,
Mm-hmm.
so you're like a make your own egg or whatever. Like
Right.
they throw you in there early. So and my
Mm-hmm.
mom, she loves to cook. She would cater a lot to the family functions and stuff like that. So us boys will be in the kitchen helping her. So it was just something that came with it just came with a passion. For me to
Mm-hmm.
be a chef, probably probably not as a profession, respectfully, but just eating the food is good.
So how do you? I know that you love to eat. I see
Yep.
it. We all see it. How do you balance? How do you balance? Eating is good. We know loving to eat is good.
Meal
But
prep.
knowing you, how do you balance nutrition into your everyday? 'Cause that's also an investment.
Yep.
It's also an investment. You know what I mean?
Especially especially at work when you're like nibbling on the French fries on the line and stuff like that. Them shit add up. So when I try to like when I'm strict with my food, like I try to just balance my meal by meal prepping. Like I'll meal prep dinner most of the times. So like when I have my dinner prepped, it's like I have the flexibility with my food during the day to know like what to eat and know what I'm gonna work out later on. So I
Right.
kind of use that flexibility a little bit as I'm going throughout my day. Like I have dinner prepared. Okay, so I have space for a burger or French fries or whatever the case may be,
Mm-hmm.
and I get to have like my food in between.
Do
And
you
then no,
do you do like do you intake? Do you keep numbers like calorie
no,
wise?
no, 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 I don't do it. No, I don't do none of that craziness. No, no, I don't do none of
No,
that
because I know
calories, carbs.
a lot of
Yeah.
people like portion control. I also know you used to meal prep. I'm not sure if you still meal prep.
I still meal prep. Yeah, I still meal prep. Now I'm so busy. I usually meal prep when I'm like busy at work around these times, but I try to meal prep at least dinners for the most part. I still
Okay.
do. Yeah.
And then how is portion control? Because that's big. Portion control is huge. How do you portion control to kind of not overeat? Or is it like, fuck it, I'm going to do what I got to do and then.
Depends on how I'm feeling for the day. Shit, bro,
Oh,
it be like that sometimes. Like it's like when I'll have my moments. Like you feel me? Like I'll like you see the transformation. My last transformation. Like I was having my moments. I was like living my best life. I was eating out every day. Like eating
right.
whatever. So it's like, and then I was like, all right, now it's time. Like I need to because I had it all planned out and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like when I have my moments, I go ham, and when I need to control and like right now I'm controlling it because I'm shutting down. So I meal prep my dinners and I just have the flexibility with the entire day. So I eat whatever, like not whatever I
Mm-hmm.
want, but I can have a little fun with my food during the
I
day when I'm
love
at
these.
work.
I love how even from then until now, you
Yeah.
challenge your entire life. You
Oh,
challenge your entire existence, and it works for you. So you spoke about something earlier. I didn't
yeah.
miss it. This is because I do what I do. You mentioned
Ah.
basically manipulating your body.
Yep.
What the hell is that? For the
Manip-
people who
uh,
don't know.
manipulating your body, like manipulating your body is just seeing a transformation. Like you go from you start at one number, you end up at a different number, and not knowing how you got there, but then you figured it out.
Mm, mm. So
Manipulating your body.
how could you then use that to help other people manipulate their body? Like don't to keep it
Tectonic
structured.
journey. Tectonic journey, bro. You see,
We're gonna get into that.
that's what that's what I definitely challenge myself because I have a lot of friends that ask me, yo, bro, how do you do it? Like, what is it that you do? Like, teach me.
Right.
And working in a hotel, you don't got, there's so much you can do.
Right.
Like, you want to do it, but it's like, damn, like,
Yeah. It's
And I'm
hard.
always like, I can work out with anybody, but it's difficult. Like, especially when you want to be in your moment. So I took the time over the whole pandemic to just document all the workouts that I used to do that I have on my
Mm-hmm.
phone, and I freaking put it together. I put my little 2 cents in what I eat and how I
Yeah.
manage what I eat, and I just documented everything in that document. And I want to inspire those. Like
Yes.
if I can do it, like I feel like, bro, anybody can do this.
I just
As
for
cliche.
me, I just first of all, I inspire to be like you because you live your best life and you still are able to find time in the day.
And I'm on the Courtney's corner. What are you
And
talking?
you're on Courtney's corner.
Yo, and I'm on Courtney's corner right now. Like
So
it's It's amazing, bro.
Thank you. So let's
It's
dive
amazing.
into Tectonic Journey. Where did you come up with the name? What is that?
Tectonic journey. It's the journey through. Is the journey through. Is the journey through your evolution. It's the journey through being your best self. It's the journey
Mm-hmm.
through, you know, overcoming whatever obstacle it is and just trying to work on you.
Right.
Your journey. You're going down that only path that you only know, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a, you know how it is, that roller coaster.
So like
That's a tectonic plates, yo.
you talked
Every,
about documenting. I saw, guys, just so you guys know, I know I keep saying I saw. It's because we talk to each other. It's not just this. But
yeah, so
I'm not gonna say too much. But you documented your journey,
I
which is
did.
so inspiring because a lot of times people don't. And you don't remember you don't go back to looking at those memories and those moments because you don't document them. So what I
Hmm.
respect and I admire is the fact that you document those moments because they're important to you and they can help somebody else, which we
Right.
discussed earlier. So you see how the connections kind
It
of,
all ties in.
yes.
It
So what
it
made
does.
you want to start doing this? Because you could have kept like, all right, y'all, this is what it is. You
This
ain't
is
gonna
what it
listen.
is.
Right. So
Right.
why did you want to do that?
I've always been thinking of that person. Like throughout my friendships and just throughout my professional life, I've always been, and then I like to inspire.
Mm-hmm.
And as cliche as it sounds, inspiration is just solution. Like I always inspire with solutions, to be
Right.
clear. And you know, this plan that I came up with, which I was working on it with a few of my friends way like 2 years ago when I first started at St. Regis. I started doing it, and I was giving it to them. They were like, "Yo, bro, like you know, I'm with it." Blah blah blah. Some of my close friends, they're like, "Yo, bro, this is fire." Blah. Thank you. Blah blah blah. Inspired. Like you know, it's always an inspiration behind it, and it stemmed from me just when you watch me over the years filming my different transformations. It
Mm-hmm.
was like they used to always ask me. I used to give them what I used to do, but then I'm like, damn, I could take that to like a next level. Like, you
Right.
know, I could take it to more than just my friends. And they were like, yo, Reef, do it, do it. So, you know, it was the inspiration from just from my friends, like my close group of friends, just their
Mm-hmm.
inspiration, just who I surround myself with. It just inspired me like, yo, you can do this with everybody else. Do it.
Right.
You feel
That's
me?
yeah.
Do it. So then I took like I just did definitely just went through the whole pandemic and I streamlined everything. You know, got a little graphic designer involved and blah 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 blah. And you know, I just want to release something that basically paint my journey or
Mm-hmm.
paint how I did it
Right.
and I can help them. And
So
that's
we
where
all
I was
know.
like, it wasn't enough. Like I wasn't getting enough from just posting a pic on Instagram. Like, oh, look at my body. Like, yeah, it was thirst trap, but it was like, bro, I could do more than that. Yeah, you know, I can do more than that. It was a thirst
Mm-hmm.
trap, but I was like, yo, I can go further than that. Like, what else? What am I gonna take and do with this? All right,
Right.
it's a picture. What am I gonna take and do with it? I already have my job. I'm happy in my job. You know, what else
Mm-hmm.
can I do? Let me. And this is where tectonic journey comes
So
in.
and that's amazing, and I love that it's not just you that you incorporate other people in this. I know you
Yep.
have other people that join you in the gym that kind of keeps you held accountable for what you need to do, and vice versa. How is that for you? Like, does that
It
inspire you? Does that keep you
hell
going?
yeah. It inspires me because then it's so when I work out with like one of my boys, like Lewis or any of them to the gym, it's always I'm doing something like I'll be like, yo, you're leading the workout today. So I want to do something. I want to challenge myself to do your workout. Pretend
Mm-hmm.
like I'm not here. I'm just gonna whatever. Again, still challenging myself. I want someone to take the lead and show me like how do you do it? Like, you know, because we're natural born leaders. You know how it is.
Right.
It's like when you go to the gym with somebody else, it's like you want to either depending on what you I mean, you have to communicate. Be like, yo, take the lead on the workout. I want to see what you're gonna do, and I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
follow your lead. I love that because then it challenges me to keep up with them and whatever they're doing. I want to do what they're doing, and
Right.
etc. Vice versa. And the
So
same thing is flip.
you
Challenge.
mentioned you mentioned thirst trap. So I got to
Right.
bring this up.
Bring it up.
Does does the fact that so many people like your post and maybe side DM you, does that keep you held accountable too?
That it I it doesn't keep me accountable because I'm just posting I'm just posting my picture. Like, you know, that
Are people that's like,
I'm not really responsible for how they interpret it or how they view it or it's just a picture. So my responsibility in that has, if I don't respond or not, I'm sorry, you just hit the unfollow button.
Yo,
you know,
like,
that's how I see it.
oh wow, like, thank you.
That should have made me sleep at night.
I know I can't get too heavy into this because you're releasing this on your birthday, but let's talk about this challenge just a little bit. Whatever you can tell me, talk about this tectonic journey challenge that you're
So, on my 30th birthday, which is July 12th, everyone finally knows my age. Everyone who's on this live. So I want to take on 30 male and 30 female, right? And I want to challenge them for 30 days, right? With the 12-week program that I put together. 30 days. So 30 days from start to finish. Per person. So I need to have some accountability in there. So it's going to be a 30 days, 30 male, 30 female at $30, right? And then the male and the female with the best transformation after 30 days, I want to reward them with $500.
So for one male and one female.
Correct.
So you got $500. I hope you heard. You want
yes.
$500?
So this is exclusive because nothing is on, you know. Yes. This is exclusive. So that is exactly what my purpose of Tectonic Journey is. It's like, you know, I wanna take on, challenge myself, you know. I wanna fucking hold them accountable. You have to have some accountability purposes in there, you know, and I wanna show them that, you know, there's an end of the tunnel. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Right. You feel me? And at that light, you could be a millionaire or you feel me? You don't know what's gonna happen. So it's like, you know, with this whole thing that I have planned out, this, you know, I just want to I just want to inspire Courtney, like just inspire. And that's all I care to do, bro. Just inspire and fucking just have people live their best lives, bro. You can do it.
Right. Have you ever been discouraged? Like, yo, I'm done. I don't want to do this right now. No. See, that's good.
I don't say never.
That's good. That's good.
Unless I'm tired and I'm like, yo, I ain't going, like, you know, but.
To get up every day, every single day and be like, I got to invest in me is like noble, because some of us, like you and I, who have like crazy working, demanding jobs, and you're on your feet for 10, 12 hours a shift, right. And then to leave that job and be like, now is my time. And I find it so motivational, because for me, when I'm done, shit.
Yeah, bro.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. You know? So who inspires you? Who keeps you motivated? Like, what is it that keeps you so
who keeps me motivated? My friends, my family, my mom. Just in general, anyone that you surround yourself with, if they don't motivate you, you need to kick them to the curb. So it's just everything encompassing, and just myself is the biggest motivation. Right. You know, just myself is the biggest motivation, because, like I said, I've always liked to challenge myself, and I just like challenging my body. And I say, if I can fucking do it, I can do it. You know, and it's just me. I want to say, I want people. We're our biggest motivation, and that's how we should take it, and that's how we should run with it. It's like, you're your biggest motivation. Whatever you aspire to be, it might not be fitness. It might not be whatever it is. The aspiration is. Listen, your evolution is how you paint your picture. That matters to you, and you own it. Right. You feel me? So you're your biggest motivation. And listen, we all value we all value things differently, materialistically, whatever. We all value stuff differently. So it's like, people have to understand that their biggest motivation is themselves, because the way they value stuff is different. You might value more, you know, you like airplanes. I don't like airplanes. I like helicopters. Whatever. You know, just a simple example. But that's how I feel about it. It's like I'm my biggest motivation, and I look at it like, you know, I need to work on me
Right.
and
Because in
continue
reality,
doing that.
that's your biggest reward. You know, that's the biggest reward at the end of the day. So, what do you want to say to people who are like struggling with fitness? You know, it's not easy. Like, where do they start? How can they start? You know, like sometimes telling people just get up sometimes
Yeah,
isn't always the answer. You know.
never.
So, what can you say to these people right now who are watching and like, well, what am I supposed to do?
Get into fitness. It's as easy as just getting up and saying, I'm gonna walk instead of driving. I'm gonna walk 30 minutes
Hmm.
to this spot. As easy as that, you know, plug in the
Yeah.
headphones, whatever. But for the people, like again, I said people value stuff differently, and maybe fitness is not for you for whatever reason. Maybe it doesn't work for you. Maybe it's no time for it.
Hmm.
However, it's the value that you put on it and how you're gonna prioritize it and how does it fit in your life.
Right.
You
Right.
feel me? And
Hmm.
and I, and you always have to respect yourself too. You can't go against the grain and say like, oh, I'm gonna start. You always want to respect yourself and respect your choices. You
Right.
know,
Ooh,
even though
that's
even
good.
though respect yourself and respect your choices. Because if you say you're gonna do something, you know, for whatever reason that triggered the moment that you say you're gonna do it, the moment that you think about doing something, you're already preconceived. You're like in your unconscious mind, you already want to do it.
You already spoke it into
You already
existence.
spoke correct. You already spoken it into existence. So unconsciously, if you say like, "Oh my God, like I want to get into fitness," like, "Oh, I want that person's body," unconsciously you want to do it. So you know
Right.
when I say for someone to start, I would say my biggest feedback for someone who's having difficulty starting is that understand that starting everyone has a different beginning and a
Hmm.
different ending, and
Right.
never they would never look the same. So
Hmm.
whatever your goal aspire to be, I would say starting with the minuscule stuff, like just
Hmm.
walking or whatever, just switching up your routine, challenge
Right.
yourself, switching up
Now
your
that's the
routine.
truth. That's
You
the
feel
truth.
me?
That's the
Switching up
truth.
your routine and you'll notice, just do one thing differently for 30 days.
Hmm.
Psychologically, they say if you do something differently for 30 days, it becomes a habit.
Right.
You
Right.
feel me? So
Right.
just doing that, either that one task that you usually walk or ride, just switch it up for 30 days and let's see if it does something for you.
Hmm.
Let's see if it does something differently in your life. Let's see if you
Right.
feel differently. And if it doesn't, then go back to your old ways and then try
Hmm.
something different. Challenge yourself to do something else different. You
Right.
feel me? And then
Right.
if you don't see again, and this is just you challenging yourself, trying to find a habit, and that could be dancing, that could be riding a bike, that could be whatever the case may be, eating something differently, or I'm gonna cut out whatever carbs for 30 days. It could be anything to start off with. You feel me? See if
Hmm.
it makes a difference. See if it makes you feel different. Pick up
Right.
the Bible and read for 30 days. Maybe you feel different. Whatever it
Hmm.
is, I always want to say it's always a start for everybody that's different and always an ending that's different for
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah. I definitely want to piggyback on something that you said, and for those of you who are watching, I hope this resonates with you. I personally have struggled with my weight from the time I was born until now. This is how my body
Yep.
is. This is who I am because I've
Always eat
been.
pork. Yo, that's the crazy part. And I posted the picture of graduation the other day. And I was like, yo,
Yes.
this nigga haven't changed. Like, that's not
I
at
have
all.
I have gone through a plethora of things, but one thing that I definitely do to keep myself held accountable is I invest in me, and I don't let anybody else dictate what I need to be or who I need to be. So for
Bro.
those of you who are trying to start and don't know where or don't know what to do, getting up out the bed is a start. Getting up off the couch is a start. You know what I mean? And doing your
Just having a
research,
couch is a
right?
start, yo.
Doing your research and investing in yourself is a start. Like he was
Yep.
saying, just that extra walk. You may want to get off the train early or get off the bus and stop early and then walk and see how that makes you feel. But the investment must be in yourself, not who you want to
Mhm.
look like or doing it for a boyfriend or a girlfriend or somebody on IG you do
Oh,
not know. Do it for
correct.
you and only you. I think you got a
Correct.
question.
Yeah.
Oh,
My little
somebody
nephew just.
said, always believe in yourself. Don't let anyone put you down. That's 3 times self-made. That's
Oh,
definitely good stuff.
yeah,
Definitely good
KJ.
stuff.
That's my nephew, actually. That's my little nephew.
Heard. I even liked how you were talking. I love how your investment in
Thanks,
family
Samantha.
is so big. You were talking about wanting to build an LLC for your nephews. What made you want to? What inspired you to do that?
Let me tell you something. You always have to surround yourself with inspiration. I promised my nephew. I promised my nephew on my graduation. I promised him something. I don't make promises too often because I always say a
Mhm.
promise is a comfort to a fool, right? But I made a promise to him, my young nephew, and I said, by the time you're 21, this is gonna happen to you. And
Mhm.
I want to speak that into existence and challenge myself, bro.
Mhm.
I'm a walking challenge, bro.
You are a walking, talking challenge. But what
So
I love about
it's like
what I,
if I say something, like, guarantee I'm gonna speak that shit into existence, Courtney.
oh
Now,
my
oh
god,
man, bro, I just can't. Like, I
and
can't.
I think people
And the
need
moment
people like you.
and the moment you get in my way, and, like, that's where I fucking, like, what the fuck, like, the
Yeah.
moment that something gets in my way, I'm like, all right, something is not working, a different
Hmm.
route, like,
Right.
that way is not working, a different route. So it's
Hmm.
like, yeah, this whole pandemic just put everything into perspective for me, and made me understand.
So where do you see yourself in 5 years doing?
Hotels as a director of food and beverage or something.
Ooh,
I
okay, okay,
don't know. Maybe
okay.
that, or I don't know. I might
But see,
venture
I
off into
like that.
my
Speak it into existence, bro. Speak it
it
into
might,
existence.
but in the
The
next 5 years,
director.
the next 5 years, definitely, like, just owning what's mine, and living my best life and continue doing it.
And
You feel
continually
me?
challenging yourself.
Continually challenging myself, building, like, just vibing, bro. And
Yes.
that's how I'm building myself, and that's how I'm continuing the growth, and that's how, you know, building myself constantly, and never stop,
Mm,
never stop.
mm. And see,
That's all I'm doing.
people need people like you in their lives and in their circle because
Never stop.
you don't stop. You're always challenging yourself. And even in the small ways you do not know, you have probably touched thousands of people's lives just by being yourself. You know what I mean? And
Bro.
it's
It's
just
it,
what it
it's in,
is.
it's just, bro, when you do good stuff to people, that shit comes back. Like, when you're good to yourself, it comes back to you in
Yes.
in in different ways. It could be monetary, it could be, when you do something good from your heart, that shit comes back. I went back to my computer right before I left work today. I'm gonna tell you a story. And I received an email way back from
Mm-hmm.
March 23rd, right before we got furloughed. One of my staff emailed me, and I didn't see the email because it ended up in some different folder. And I read the email today, and he was like, "Yo, Karriffe," like, the email said, "Yo, Karriffe, like, I just want to thank you for all you did to my family. Like, you really provided for my family, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you for all that you gave to me. I know this is not you. This is not your, like, just giving me reassurance. Like, all I did was, he was a reporting person that reported to me as his manager, and I just gave him shifts. Like, nothing out of the normal. But,
Right.
that email just, thank you for providing for my family. I was like,
Right. That's big.
thank you for
That's,
providing for, like,
that's big. And
damn, you
you don't know how the small stuff impacts people the most. You
Do you know
know?
what I'm saying? And all I did
Yes.
was just being a manager, just not even a manager, just being, like, managing him, like,
Mm-hmm.
giving him direction, like, just humbly. When I reach it like that, it just continue doing good for yourself, Karriffe.
Right.
You feel
So
me?
how can people sign up for this program for Tectonic Journey?
So they can sign up. Hopefully the website is done. So that's why I'm trying to expedite the process. So it's going to be a website where they can go and fill out it's going to be a questionnaire. And then in the questionnaire, I would receive an email, whatever. And then they will have a link on the website where they can just sign up. They'll pay, and then they'll receive an email from me with the program. But
Okay.
that's still to be panned out. I have a plan in mind. Hopefully the website is up and everything is going as to what I planned. But that would be the feasible way on a website.
Okay. Any last words for those people who watch with you tonight?
Recorded this, right?
What you said?
I hope we recorded this because I want
Yes.
it.
Listen. Thank God you have an iPhone. It's easier for me
Yeah,
to send this to you
perfect.
when I'm
Yeah,
done.
save it, save
Um.
it. But definitely, um, everybody that's out there, yo, however you do it, do it. Don't stop. Yo, however, like change is ever evolving, and this whole pandemic, if this shit hasn't woken up anybody, it definitely woke me up. But change is inevitable. Change is something that you would never get away from. You can't fight it. As much as we want to go back to boys' high days and being Calf A and Calf B turning up,
Uh-huh.
that's it's there. There was a good time. You had a great time, but nothing stayed. If I want to, this is the thing I always tell people. Yo, if a puddle sits for too long, what happened to the puddle?
Evaporates.
Or if a milk sits in a puddle for too long, what happened to it?
It's
It
spoiled.
goes bad,
It's spoiled.
spoils.
Yep.
So imagine staying ourselves the same way how we were since 2008. We'd have went out into existence. We'd have been spoiled a long time ago. It's ever evolving, bro, and that's how life should be, and that's how you should treat yourself.
Yeah.
You're an ever evolving person, and you should never stop doing what you're doing until you're satisfied.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
That's it.
Man, that's a word, y'all. That's what you call a word. You understand for me?
That's it. Don't stop
Um,
doing it until you're satisfied, bro.
I
And that
have
goes
to.
for
I
everybody.
gotta. I gotta say thank you. Thank you for your time, man.
My pleasure.
I love what the three-time self-made said. Self-confidence is key, everybody. And if you don't have it,
Hell
you can
yeah.
get it. It's you. You're the person who makes it. You're the person who creates it. You're the person who builds it up. Self-confidence is key. Never be afraid of what you are already gifted with. It's already in you. It's already in you. The challenges that you want to achieve are already in you. All the motivation, all the inspiration that you need is already in you. It's already, that's what it's called when you say self motivate, self
No.
inspire. Never be
Yep.
afraid to take these risks. Never be afraid to number one ask for help, but also never be afraid to challenge yourself to be better every single day. My brother.
Yo, the world is challenging us right now. We
Uh,
gotta we gotta take it and roll with it.
yes.
Bro, thank you, Courtney. I appreciate, bro.
So
I
anytime.
appreciate you all the
Any
time, bro.
anytime.
I
Um,
really do.
we are here again next week, 8 p.m. same time, different guest. Once again, everybody, this is my boy, Mr. Karriffe Nunes. I'll post it where you can find more about him. We can find more about
Take
Tectonic
care.
Journey, and you'll be able to watch this again. For those who missed it, it's gonna be on here forever. So you'll be able to watch this again. Have a good night, y'all. I love
Take
y'all.
care, brother.
All right.